Welcome back to AFT Dice Season 11. It is round 7, Christmas Day. Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's get stuck right into these matches, these 9 matches on Christmas Day. We've got Port Adelaide versus Collingwood at the Adelaide Oval. Let's go to the first quarter of that game. Port Adelaide in 9th place. Collingwood in 16th. Collingwood's looking for their 3rd win of the season. And we've got Port Adelaide after quarter time, kicked 5 goals 6 to Collingwood 3-2. So it's 16 points the difference to Port Adelaide at this stage at home. Second quarter, halftime siren has gone, and Port Adelaide kicked 5 goals 4 to Collingwood 6-3 in that second quarter. Halftime, we've got 11-point in front for Port Adelaide, 70-59. Let's go to the second half of this game. Let's see who will get on top of this match. Port Adelaide, they've kicked 2 goals 5 to Collingwood 2-1, and it is 15 points the difference to Port Adelaide, 87-72. Will Collingwood come back and beat Port Adelaide, or will Port Adelaide get another win on the board? Ho! And the first game has come down to the wire, and Collingwood have just got over the line away from home by 1 point. Collingwood kicked 3 goals 6 to Port Adelaide, 1-2 in that last quarter. What a thriller. So Collingwood got their 3rd win of the season, and Port Adelaide got their 4th loss. All right, an exciting first game for round 7, Thursday, the 25th of December, 2025. Let's get stuck into the second game. It is Gold Coast versus Essendon. Can Essendon get off the bottom of the ladder? Let's find out. First quarter underway in this game. Gold Coast versus Essendon at Metricon Stadium. Quarter time has come, and Essendon have kicked 5 goals 5 to Gold Coast Suns, 1 goal 5. All right, so Essendon are 24 points up, so it is promising that Essendon looking a lot better in that first quarter. Came out of the blocks, kicked 5 goals 5 to Gold Coast 1-5. Let's get stuck into the second quarter. Halftime siren has come, and Essendon have kicked 4 goals 1 to the Gold Coast Suns, 3 goals 2. And at halftime, Essendon are in front by 29 points, 60-31. Second half underway in this game. And Gold Coast, they've kicked 3 goals 4 to Essendon, 2 goals 2. And it is 21 points the difference. Essendon's way, 74-53. Last quarter underway in this game. Will Essendon get another win, or will Gold Coast come over the top? And Essendon, in the end, have kicked 6 goals 2 to Gold Coast 5-1. So Essendon won the last quarter. And Essendon, in the end, won by 28 points. So Gold Coast final score 12-12, 84 to Essendon, 17-10, 112. And now Sydney are on the bottom of the ladder. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Brisbane versus West Coast Eagles. West Coast, the informed side in the competition, have won 4 in a row. First quarter underway. And first quarter's completed in Brisbane. They've kicked 5 goals 5 to West Coast, 3 goals 2. It's the rematch of the preliminary final from last season. West Coast won it and went on to win the flag. All right, halftime siren has come, and Brisbane have kicked 6 goals, 2 to West Coast, 3-5 in that second quarter. And it is 30 points the difference to Brisbane Lions. Third quarter underway in this game at the Gabba, under lights. And three-quarter time has come, and Brisbane are 34 points up. They kicked 3 goals, 5 to West Coast, 3-1. So Brisbane won the quarter by 4 points. Let's get stuck into the last quarter to see if West Coast can just have a fight back. But in the end, Brisbane have won by 32 points. Low scoring in the last quarter. West Coast won it by 2 points. They kicked 1 goal, 3 to Brisbane, 1 goal, 1. So the final scores, Brisbane 15-13, 103 to West Coast 10-11, 71. All right, let's get stuck into the next game. It is Melbourne versus Fremantle at the MCG. Melbourne, they're in 8th spot. Fremantle are in 7th. First quarter has completed. Melbourne have kicked 5 goals, 1 to Fremantle, 1 6-12. So it is 19 points the difference to Melbourne. Second quarter underway. And halftime siren has come, and Melbourne have kicked 6 goals, 5 to Fremantle, 3-5. At halftime, we've got Melbourne in front by 37 points. Three-quarter time has come, and Melbourne, they've kicked 2 goals, 2 to Fremantle, 5-2. So Fremantle have come out of the blocks hard in that at halftime. And it is 19 points the difference to Melbourne, 86-67. Last quarter underway in this game. Melbourne versus Fremantle at the MCG. Final siren has gone, and Fremantle have just got up in a thriller by 4 points against Melbourne. They kicked 6 goals for Fremantle in that last quarter to Melbourne, 2-5. And the final scores, Melbourne 15-13, 103 to Fremantle, 15-17, 107. All right, let's get stuck into the next game. It is North Melbourne versus GWS Giants. And the first quarter has completed, and the Giants have kicked 6 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 3-6. So Giants are in front by 3 goals already in that first quarter. Second quarter underway in this game. Halftime siren has come, and GWS Giants have kicked 5 goals, 4 to North Melbourne, 1-2. And let's get stuck into the second half of this game. North Melbourne need to fight a little bit more. Three-quarter time has come, and 3-6 apiece in that third quarter. So it was even. And it is 44 points the difference to GWS Giants, 100-56. Last quarter is underway in this game. Who is gonna win in this match? It looks like GWS Giants have won. Final siren has gone, and Giants have won by 34 points. North Melbourne, they won the last quarter, 6-5 to 5-1, but in the end, the Giants have won by 34 points. North Melbourne, 13-19, 97 to GWS Giants, 19-17, 131. All right, next game, Western Bulldogs versus Carlton at the Marvel Stadium. It's a triple header at Marvel Stadium. The second game is underway. Carlton have kicked 5 goals, 3 to Western Bulldogs, 3-2 in that first quarter. So it is Carlton by 13 points. So the Blues have kicked 3 goals, 3 to Western Bulldogs, 2-4 in that second quarter. And it is 18 points the difference to Carlton, 54-36. Carlton are 4th last. Western Bulldogs 5th last. And the third quarter was low scoring. Western Bulldogs kicked 1 goal, 1 to Carlton, 1-3. So it is 20 points the difference to Carlton, 63-43. Last quarter underway in this game. Final siren has gone and Carlton have won the match. They kicked 5 goals, one in the last quarter to Western Bulldogs, 6-3. So the Doggies won the last quarter but didn't win the game. Final score, Western Bulldogs 12-10, 82 to Carlton 14-10, 94. So that puts Carlton just outside the 8. Next game, Hawthorn versus Richmond. So it is top 8 clash. Richmond, they've kicked 6 goals, one in that first quarter to Hawthorn 2-2. So Richmond are off to a good start and in front by 23 points, 37-14. Second quarter underway. Halftime siren has come and the Hawthorn have kicked 4 goals, 4 to Richmond 3-1. So halftime, Richmond are up by 14 points, 56-42. Third quarter underway. Third quarter siren has gone and Richmond have kicked 3 goals, 4 to Hawthorn 2-5. And it is 19 points the difference to Richmond 78 to Hawthorn 59. Last quarter underway. Final siren has gone and Richmond have won by 18 points. Hawthorn won the last quarter. They kicked 2 goals, 1 to Richmond, 1-6 in that last quarter. Hawthorn final score 10-12, 72 to Richmond, 13-12, 90. All right, next game, Geelong versus St Kilda, second last game of the round. Stay. And quarter time, siren has gone and Geelong are up by 19 points. They kick 4-6 to St Kilda, 1-5 in that first quarter. Second quarter is underway. Second quarter, 15 points the difference at halftime. Geelong 10-8, 68 to St Kilda, 7-11, 53. It was 12 goals in that second quarter. Third quarter, is underway in this game. So halftime, 15 points Geelong's way. Three-quarter time has come and Geelong kicked 6 goals, 1 to St Kilda, 4-1 in that third quarter. And it is 27 points the difference to Geelong, 105-78. Let's go to the last quarter. Could be another win to Geelong at GMHBA Stadium. Final siren has gone and Geelong have won by 38 points. They kicked 5 goals, 2 to St Kilda, 3-3 in that last quarter. And that puts Geelong just outside the 8. They have won 3 in a row, which 3 rounds ago they were looking very unhealthy, but they're looking very good, just behind Brisbane on percentage. All right, last game of the round, it is Adelaide Crows versus Sydney. Now, Sydney need a win. They are on the bottom of the ladder after Essendon won against Gold Coast Suns. All right, quarter time has come and Sydney, they've kicked 6 goals, 1 to Adelaide, 4-4. So they know that they need to get a win to get off the bottom of the ladder. Adelaide, this could be probably the biggest upset of the season so far if Sydney win. And we've got Sydney kicking 5 goals, 3 to Adelaide, 4-6 in that second quarter. And it is 12 points the difference to Sydney, 70-58 at halftime. All right, so second half is underway. Three-quarter time has come and Adelaide, they've kicked 5 goals, 5 after halftime. So they must have got a spray at halftime by the coach. So they kicked 5 goals, 5 to Sydney, 1-1 in that third quarter. So Adelaide, they are 16 points up, 93-77. All right, let's get stuck into the last quarter. Not looking good for Sydney. And the final siren has gone and that is Sydney victors by 9 points. They have rallied at three-quarter time. It was a bit of a shock. Adelaide coming out at halftime after halftime and kicking 5 goals, 5 to 1-1. But in the last quarter, Sydney have kicked 5 goals, 4 to Adelaide 1-3. And that is a big upset. Sydney by 9 points. Final scores: Adelaide 14-18, 102 to Sydney 17-9, 111. All right. So that concludes round 7 on Christmas Day. We've got St Kilda, the number 1 offense team, in 4th spot, and Brisbane, the number 1 defense team, who are in the top 8 at the moment. And then we've got Richmond and Geelong with the biggest winning streaks of 3. So we've got match of the round in round 8 is Adelaide versus St Kilda at Marvel Stadium. Adelaide need to fight back after that big loss against Sydney Swans. All right, we'll see you next time for round 8, Monday, the 29th of December, 2025.